Hello, welcome back to another F1 2021 video. Today we're doing our the next Grand Prix of our series, the 9th Grand Prix, round 8. Sorry, this is amazing, and we're into our qualifying. It's Italy, or short for Monza. Yeah, you would know what that means if you did if you knew F1, but yeah, so we're into qualifying. We're already not in the points, just because, you know, that's just how it rolls. Yeah, we're just trying to get through this qualifying, maybe get a bit higher than maybe 18th. Not sure where we'll end up, but we need to try and get in the points. We did get in the points last episode, so we're going to try and get in the points this episode. Maybe in a good amount of points, I'm not sure, we'll see. Depends what happens to all the other drivers, really. If I have to pit, I'll probably have to pit quite a few times, I'm not sure. Depends if I hurt my wing. If the other drivers have to pit, and stuff like that. So, it's going to be an interesting race. Monza is a very quick race, so a few corners, very fast. The first chicane is very slow, which means when you're on the straight to the chicane, yeah, there's a pretty big time that you can overtake people. Yeah, 2 DRS zones, meaning long straights of overtake possibilities, and we're coming out in 12th, it looks like. We are not in the points in qualifying, but we are 12th. That is a really good score for us in qualifying there. That was a really good score. Alright, 12th out of 22.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Leclerc, Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Alright, 12th, our teammate 19th. It's better than he usually does, but we are thinking of getting a new one for next season. That'll be exciting. Probably going to try and get Lando Norris, but I think he's obviously a bit too high for us. But if not, maybe George Russell. We'll see. Or if anyone else opens up from getting in from past retirement and stuff. Anyway, Italy Grand Prix. This is the Italian Grand Prix. Yeah, you might hear me call it Monza. And we're about to get into it. Obviously we're 12th, so really good qualifying. We finished in the points last race, so hopefully finish in the points this race. Yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. Anyway, as you can tell, we are just about to go in. Yeah, so I'm going to go and do my practice stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, see ya.
Welcome back to one of only 2 countries that has held a race every year since the very first Formula One World Championship in 1950. It is, of course, Italy, one of the great racing nations. And it's time to get underway for the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds reaching 215 miles per hour, only a few places can challenge Monza's crown as the fastest circuit in F1. Hard braking zones going into the 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6 mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some closer action. It's just about time to go to the track for the beginning of the race, but before we do, Anthony Davidson, what types of strategy do you think we can expect for today's event?
Well, there's a lot that both the driver and the team have to keep in mind when going into a race. Tyres, fuel, energy recovery systems, the list goes on and on. But I think the key to today's victory will come down to the pit stop strategy. Come in too soon and you might find yourself needing more than one stop. Too late and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage by spending longer on worn tyres.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside.
Modern to Leclerc.
The rest of the grid we have Hamilton, Norris, Sergio Perez, and Verstappen. Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly, and Fernando Alonso. Vettel, Thomas, Yuki Tsunoda.
Nice, we're in 12.
Raikkonen, Ocon, Giovinazzi,
Teammate in 6.
Lance
I mean,
and George Russell.
rival in 16th.
Mick Schumacher,
Teammate in 19th.
and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then. It's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Alright.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I agree, Jeff. Let's try and get back in the points this time. Alright, 5 lights, off we go. Already in a camera view. A lot of people going on the inside. You can see me, Alonso, Ricciardo, so many people going down the inside. They all kind of back away a bit. I get a really nice overtake. And now I'm side by side on Daniel Ricciardo. Can I keep it? I'm going around the outside of him. Yes, I can. Fernando Alonso behind Daniel Ricciardo. So, we're ahead of Daniel Ricciardo and Alonso there. Vettel just ahead of us. See if we can catch up with Vettel. Sainz is ahead of Vettel, but oh, we try and go around the inside of Vettel. And we pull it off. A great overtake for us there. We're now in 9th. We're in the points, and we're 1 away from 10th, which is a nice little gap from not being in points. We might try and overtake Sainz. That was a bit close. But he is a Ferrari. He'll just lose us on the straights, so yeah, we're going to try and just keep, maybe Daniel Ricciardo and McLaren should catch up. So we're hopefully going to try and keep them behind, but if we can't, we can't. I don't know. We'll see if we'll fight for this. Anyway, this is lap 1. Daniel Ricciardo taking over Vettel. Oh, Vettel squeezing Daniel Ricciardo a little bit onto the grass here. But Daniel Ricciardo still goes for it and pulls it off, as the faster car usually does. We overtook Vettel. Daniel Ricciardo's now behind us in the points. So, getting past Vettel, meaning we get quite a good points. Anyway, Gasly being overtaken by Sainz as Ferrari is faster, and you saw that you could see them battling the whole time. We're gonna maybe try and take over Gasly because it is an AlphaTauri. They're not that good of a car. Anyway, going around the inside of Gasly behind Sainz, and I pull it off. Gasly didn't know what to do there. I was going off a bit of exceeding track limits there as I go onto the gravel, but that's just because I did a late break and I'm ahead of Gasly now. Another car between me and Daniel Ricciardo, and a yellow flag is out. Already, on lap 2, a yellow flag is out. No safety car, probably meaning someone skidded or, yeah, what else also I was thinking. An engine failure, and I don't know if it might not be an engine failure, but just a failure with the car, and Yuki Tsunoda is out of session. Unlucky for AlphaTauri, they could have scored some big points as Gasly is in the points, but yeah, unlucky for Yuki Tsunoda there. Couldn't do much with that. So yeah.
In 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track.
Alright, this is Gasly trying to overtake me on lap 3. Can he do it? I'm squeezing him onto the grass. He's getting round. I'll go for a little bit of a late break. I'm going around the inside of him. He's going to try and get a nice exit. Does he? No, he doesn't. Tom, / me, gets ahead, but he's going to try and take him over on the straight with DRS. He accomplishes that, but can he keep it? Tom's going to go try and run the inside. No, the outside. Gets pushed onto the grass, but still going to go around the inside of these chicanes. Gasly was really defending there. Tom had to go on the... Tom skidded on the grass, or I skidded on the grass there. That was insane. Now the next corner. Can I secure the overtake? Yes, I can. And Gasly's behind. My car goes up on 2 wheels there. That was a bit of a scary moment there. But I'm fine. And Gasly is behind. So Gasly is trying to take us over. We aren't exactly the faster car. But Gasly, yeah, he was really defending there. That was really close from touching. Anyway, Sainz is still in front, just making gaps with all the squabbling. Daniel Ricciardo being held back. Gasly's going up the right side. Can he do it? He's going to try and keep it. No! I bump him a little bit there. I go onto the gravel. Daniel Ricciardo overtakes Gasly. And Unfortunately, now Daniel Ricciardo's behind me, and he's a fast car. He's going to try and overtake me on this straight. He's going around the outside. I have to cut in to get his slipstream. Am I going to pull out and go around the inside? Yes, I am. I go for a nice wide inside turn, and I'm in front of Daniel Ricciardo. Gasly going in the pits as we hit a bit there, as he was trying to be a bit aggressive for that. Daniel Ricciardo going to try and re-overtake us, maybe? No. Behind us, they're going freeway into the first chicane. Oh my god, freeway into the first chicane is Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel, who will come out on top. You can hear all the bumping going on. And Vettel falls behind both of them. He gets overtaken by 2 people there. Kimi Raikkonen ahead of Fernando Alonso. That was insane. Anyway, we're back in our view, and Daniel Ricciardo did not overtake us over that chicane, and this race is already insane, only on the 5th lap. This is some insane racing here. Norris and Sainz just making gaps as all the squabbling's going on, as I'm also holding up Daniel Ricciardo. As you can tell, he is the faster car, but I'm defending as much as I can because I don't want to be 9th. I want to keep this position. It's a really good position. Anyway, a few laps ahead. I mean, 1 lap ahead. This is lap 6. Nothing really happened that lap besides just some gap building. But, yeah. Nothing really happened, but it's only 1 lap. Not that big of a gap, really. Because we're going in to the straight. Can Daniel Ricciardo overtake us? He is in DRS zone. We're pitting this lap, so we need to try and keep ahead of him for the pits. Can we? I don't know. He's going to try. No, he's not going to try. And you can see... Oh, I go for a very late break there. And I go for a very bad turn as I go off the track. That's very bad driving from me there. I didn't do the chicane well. So, I have now lost the place and I'm in 9th. Alonso in 10th, who took over Kimi Raikkonen. Alright, now I've got to try and stay in 9th and not get overtaken by Alonso. Alpine are a faster car, but not as fast as McLaren or Ferrari, so we should try and do as well as we can and stay in this position, because you never know, anything can happen, and this just position we're in could be the end, could be where we finish, so we need to keep this position. Daniel Ricciardo there, that was a very big slip up from me, going off the track because I just didn't brake enough, and he was able to just come out of that on top. And now he's building gap. He's already building a 2-second gap when I couldn't build gap. But it doesn't... That isn't that bad now because we're in the pits, so we're behind him anyway. And I did make 2 seconds on him there. Yeah, I think this is actually pretty good for us. If we had got overtook on any other lap, he would be gone. But we are now in the pits. Can our pit stop be amazing and get ahead of Daniel Ricciardo? Oh, so close. No, it can't. But we're neck and neck coming out of the pit lane, and we get ahead. Yeah, no more scheduled pit stops, but you never know. And I'm right behind Ricciardo. I'm gonna try and go around the inside. Does he give me gap? He doesn't give me gap. He squeezes me onto the white grass there. He didn't want to give me gap that whole time. He just didn't want to give me gap. That was dangerous from me there, as I could have backed away, but I really didn't want to, as he didn't give me gap. So I mean, it's what he deserves. But he is still here. He could overtake me. It doesn't proceeds to not to. Anyway, a few laps ahead. This is now on lap 10. 3 more laps of the Grand Prix left, but you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, nothing happened. We're still ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who is not to be seen. I'm pretty sure he had to go in the pits because of our hit. Oh, yellow flag is up. Wonder what happened in front of us. We've got to be careful. Looks like McLaren is off. Lando Norris is off the track with debris everywhere. I think that was a Ferrari front wing there. Okay, the replay will happen now. This is interesting. Safety car deployed, meaning the race will change. Here we go. Here's Sainz view, and Daniel Ricciardo slipping up, and then Sainz hits into the back of him. There's terrible driving from, I don't know, Sainz was just a passenger, but Daniel Ricciardo slipped up and skidded away, and Sainz got the rear end of him and lost his front wing. That's unlucky for them, as their race has now been ruined. But we're now in 6th. This could be good for us. As yeah, so we're in 6th, Verstappen in 5th, Red Bulls. There's an Alpine in 7th. This is interesting race, guys. This is very good. Anyway, safety car already in. Jeez, safety car is already in this lap. Safety. Jeez, Jeff. Safety car is already in this lap. There's not even a lap in the safety car because of obviously 11 out of 13. There's only like 2. When we reach the line, it'll be 12. There are 2 laps to go. It's crazy. Anyway, so we're in 6th, really good position. Anything can happen. Like you saw, it was only like 3 laps to go, and then Lando Norris and Sainz. Wow, ruined each other's races there. Lando Norris, his own fault. All right, we're right behind Verstappen. Looks like I might try and overtake him here. I'm in a slipstream. I'm catching up. I'm going to try and go around the inside. No! Verstappen! Here's his view. He was in queue. He was going to go in. And then, what did he do? He pulled out of his line and he tried to close me off, or just tried to, you know, do... Verstappen takes me over. But then, Fernando Alonso hits us as we come on because of our damaged wing. And that's Fernando Alonso out. He is skidded all the way to the to the back. He is skidded all the way to the back. Now we're holding up so many people. And here we go. Here's our off bit. We went off the track. And now we're out in 11th. Can we re-overtake Stroll? We can't go in the pits. We can't. We have to try and get into the points with this damaged wing. Ocon, and they're all holding the inside so much, but I'm going to quickly switch outside and then in, try and go in. We are neck and neck with Kimi Raikkonen. We're going to try and go around the outside of him. No, he gets the better exit than us, but we are in the points. We are in 9th. That was very poor driving from Verstappen. He just went out in front of me, and things like that will happen. It's at the end of the race, and we come out in 9th. We're in the points. Actually, a really good race. But it could have been better. We could have been in 6th, even 5th, if Verstappen didn't pull out, trying to defend us too late. He pulled out too late, and we went into his thing. No way to reaction. And Kimi Raikkonen getting a really good score for Alfa Romeo.
Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Yeah, I guess well done to Leclerc for getting on the podium for Ferrari. That was good. And Raikkonen getting in front of us, meaning he got 8th for Alfa Romeo, which is really good for them. I think our car is better than Alfa Romeo. That is unfortunate, guys. Everyone blames Verstappen. Yeah, he just blocked us.
On the driver's standings, Valtteri Bottas takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Kimi Raikkonen is my standout today. Nothing you could construe as showboating, just an incredibly consistent performance out on track.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. No change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time?
Yeah, who knows?
All
right, we re-overtook McLaren there with my points there, as Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris both messed up the race. Daniel Ricciardo hit us, then he went out because of his wing, and Lando Norris skidded. They both ruined their own races.
Your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you? You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you? How do you feel about this team's performance this season? Great. Well, that's everything.
I mean, that was a bit of a weird question, but I guess Alpine is doing pretty well. I mean, really, I think Alfa Romeo are doing well. They did come 10th. Alonso did come 10th. Ocon, I don't know where he was. He was probably back in 15th or something. Anyway, we are way ahead of our rival, as we weren't on this difficulty, which is the good difficulty. Oh, there we go. We won our rivalry with Giovinazzi. That is our rivalry as a win. We finished our bonus for one of our sponsors, and that was a really good race. It was exciting. Lando Norris's mistake, my mistake, Verstappen coming out. Oh, what an insane race. Well, I'll see you guys next time on round 9. We're so close to the end of the season. It's going to be epic. Epic.